What channel is the episode on, Doctor?
Okay, now we're live. Yeah, it's story 69, Sam.
Oh,
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Doctor Who. Luckily, there wasn't as much of a break in between the last two, but there will be a 2-week break for the next one because I'm busy next weekend.
I went too.
Yeah. We are watching The Green Death tonight, parts 1, 2, and 3, and it's currently April Fool's Day. So we made it. Sam, are you ready?
Oh, not in the slightest.
Alright, well, Sam, get ready. And it's just been a weird week. Easter was really weird. Big Finish had a sale on the Lost Stories range.
Really?
So I got all those.
Damn, I should have got one.
Ready?
Alright, ready, Colin?
Yes.
Alright, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, sync.
And I plugged my headphones into the wrong one. There we go. Now I can actually hear it.
I hate when that happens. So apparently people are actually going to start doing something about the whole anti-fair use thing on YouTube.
I hope so.
Like, I really hope this isn't just some sick April Fool's Day joke, because like people are actually bringing it up that like the DMCA like is such a flawed system and it needs to be fixed.
Yeah, it's really awful.
Sam, as you can see, we are obviously in Wales.
Oh, is it?
Obviously.
Basically. So everybody in this story has one character trait. They're all Welsh.
Yeah. Now, I seem to remember a certain aspect of this story is rather scandalous and funny, but I won't mention it until we actually get to the part where they're introduced.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Of course.
Okay, yeah.
I have in my hand a piece of paper.
He's evil because he's in a business suit.
He's actually British and not Welsh.
I love how we go from this great, like an actual mine, to green screen.
Oh, that is pretty dreadful CSO, isn't it?
Yeah, this
Oh dear.
for a story. He's green.
Actually, reasonably good effects.
Yeah, for a story called, I don't think the Green Death is referring to anything in the story. I think it's just referring to the bad CSO.
Well, if the government agrees with him, he has to.
Yeah, but when has the government and Doctor Who ever done anything right?
I don't know. I mean, they elected the Master as the freaking Prime Minister, so...
Yeah, and every time in the John Pertwee era before this, when the Master's gone through the government, aka Time Monster, Mind of Evil, etc., etc., they haven't raised an eyelid that this guy may actually be the terrorist that we've been looking for.
Except for, like, in the Silurians, which I just rewatched, and it's awesome. So I'm kind of curious,
Yeah, Silurians is...
what did Sam think of Invasion of the Dinosaurs?
Well, his scores, he gave it, like, overall he gave it a 7.
Okay.
What's odd is Planet of the Spiders.
You know, it's a little surprising to me that this story wasn't written by Malcolm Hulk, because it has this very heavy-handed anti-corporation anti-government message. So, a little surprising, honestly.
Yeah, and now we're back at Unit with the Doctor. Oh yeah, Sam, this is after the Doctor's exile's been lifted. You should probably know that. I love how Don was just like, yeah, this is a thing. This is important. I promise. It'll actually get us to the place that I've been trying to take you for this entire season.
Oh, does he actually end up going to Metropolis 3 in this one? I seem to remember that.
I think he does, yeah, and it looks a lot better here than it does in Planet of the Spiders.
I've never seen Planet of the Spiders.
In Planet of the Spiders, it's really bad green screen. Here, it's actually pretty decent. Like, nothing special, but... And Joe has turned into the exposition fairy.
I wonder what.
She's just like, here is what. What?
No, Wales
like,
is
wait.
so much better.
Yeah, you know, Wales, they have a prince, I think.
They have Torchwood.
They have what?
Remember this fight?
They have a mayor who's really an alien wearing a human suit. Wales has got it all.
Yeah, they have.
Trying to think what other jabs I can make it the new series, or they filmed Doctor Who there. That's yeah. Gonna go to the Doctor Who experience.
Apparently that's where the Himalayas are. Who universe. If you've seen you have Lost in Time, the Lost in Time set, right?
I have it, yes.
Have you seen the one existing episode of Abominable Snowmen?
Yeah, I seem to remember not really enjoying it and not really remembering it, so...
I think they filmed for the Himalayas in Wales.
Okay.
It's like, you know, I mean, I know you can't get many mountains in Britain, but could you have at least brought some fake snow?
Yeah.
Or, you know, we would have dealt with foam. Or did you use up your foam budget already?
I don't know. Well, I mean, the fake snow in the 10th Planet was kind of a disaster because the actors got really allergic to it and bad things ensued.
Yeah. Yeah, but the 10th Planet is just sort of, from the production standpoint, a mess.
Yeah. Still a remarkably good story, though.
Yeah. That's probably the best design for the Cybermen ever.
Yeah. I like the design from the moon base a little bit more, but... So what is your opinion of Jo as a companion?
I like her. That's partly down to just me. She was my first Classic Who companion, because I saw 3 Doctors first. And part of it is just because Katie Manning is amazing.
Yeah.
Just,
for me, it's...
like, if you see...
For me, she's Katie Manning is really good, and she has a really good chemistry with John Pertwee. But she's just as a character, she's just so dumb, and a lot of times I find myself going, Joe, why are you doing that?
What time are we at? Episode?
I'm not sure. I don't have the timestamp. We're at like 9 minutes 17 seconds.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm getting around 9 minutes.
Okay.
And this is of course, and this scene is of course epic foreshadowing.
Yeah. I actually, and this is an opinion that not many people share. I actually think that Liz Shaw was a far superior companion to Joe.
The thing is I like Liz and her 4 stories. The problem is I haven't gotten around to getting any of the audios with Liz.
I didn't know she was in any audios.
Or reading. Yeah, she's done quite a few.
Oh, okay. I should really listen to some of those then.
Yeah, they're all in the companion chronicles, so she's like the only in the story.
Yeah, the sad
and I
thing
know
is
that some of the ones that she's in.
A lot of people don't even consider her a companion because she technically never travels in the TARDIS, but
I think she does in some of the audios or in one of the books.
Yeah, but I just find her to be such an intelligent and capable companion. It's like, you know that if she did get to travel in the TARDIS, she wouldn't really do the whole screamy thing.
Yeah.
She's really not screamy at all in any of her stories.
Fun fact, Carolyn John, the actress who plays Liz, was married to Jeffrey Beavers, who plays the Master in Keeper of Traken.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that. I remember reading somewhere that Caroline John and John Pertwee didn't really get along very well.
I could see it. John Pertwee, he's a great Doctor and all, but he's kind of arrogant. He's, extremely arrogant.
Yeah. Yeah,
Sam?
What?
Why you were just giving us a face. It was like...
Oh, yeah. Because you guys always just go on, and I'm just left here.
And here we are in Metebelis 3. See, Metebelis 3 actually looks pretty good as the famous blue planet.
Ooh.
And now we cut away to Wales.
Yeah. See, the reason I tend to go off on tangents about the classic series is because I'm the only person in this town who watches the classic series. So
and,
I don't
doesn't think
that much.
And just doesn't think David Tennant. At least Sam, we're keeping our discussion to the same Doctor.
Yeah, we tend to go really far, just watching a second Doctor story. Hey, what do you think of Colin Baker's stories and stuff like that?
Colin Baker's. Yeah, if you've been on Whovians, there's been a lot of drama because 3 people got banned for no reason. And one of the curators is going mad with power. I made a post saying, "Hey, these people got banned, and there doesn't seem to be a reason for it." And it's he's literally said, "Take this post down, or we're banning you."
Wow.
He never said it, but it was heavily implied. So it's well, okay, I'm going to keep fighting this, or else, because a couple of US users started a second debate team, just to debate the classic series and expanded universe stuff. And 2 of our members were in the banning purge for no apparent reason.
Wow.
So we're down to, and the curator that started the team was put on probation for like because she lived in America, so she was asleep at the time of the stuff that actually got some people banned was going on. So she had nothing to do with it except being in the same chat room. So she's now on 2-week probation, and it's not fair.
That's bad.
So here we have actually kind of a nice callback to Joe's first scene, in which she basically destroys the doctor's lab.
Okay, but in that scene, can you really blame her for destroying the doctor's lab? It's like, oh my gosh, this thing's on fire.
Yeah. Here she's just being a klutz.
Yeah, here she's just... And I love how she doesn't realize that this is this obvious professor-looking guy who is slaving over science equipment
Science.
is the guy she's looking for. He's like, oh! But that's something that I would do just to get people to start talking. It's like, oh, I hate this awkward silence.
At first I thought it was a pickup line.
Oh no, they would never get her married off to a scientist. Never.
She's just incredibly clueless.
It's okay. What's funny is that this is okay. The thing about vegetarianism is studies would show that if everyone became a vegetarian, like we could also end up destroying the world that way because the plants would we would destroy so much so many ecosystems by creating more that we may end up just destroying the world itself.
Yeah.
So that's why we need a mix. That's why we need to eat both meat and plants.
Yeah, so we need a good balance of vegetarians and non-vegetarians.
And vegans are usually pretentious.
Oh yeah.
If we've already offended feminists, let's not offend vegans too.
Let's offend.
I don't really care about offending people because just
anything. I mean, offensive.
Just look at everything we said during the Talons of Wang Chiang.
yeah, that is. Oh yeah, and the doctor. It's like, oh, the phone's ringing. Oh wait, I'm on a different planet. That giant claw effect is still better than some of the effects in late classic Doctor Who.
That is true. I don't understand really the point of what he's doing on Metabolist 3, because it seems like a lot of filler. Granted, it's a 6-part story. Filler is basically its middle name.
Well, I think this is what Barry Letts thinks of as paying off like a subplot. Because Barry Letts also wrote parts of this story.
Did he?
Yeah, he wrote it on. Any of the stories written by Robert Sloman, he also helped write.
Okay.
He also helped write demons. I never know how to pronounce it.
I say demons. It's like,
But there's an
one of
A.
the story says it differently.
It's like it looks like demons, but there's an A in it.
Yeah, but I think I watched the making of the DVD, and they said something like that's the old English way of spelling demon.
Yeah, if that is, then that's how I'll say it. That guy did the Dalek voices in several other stories.
Who is that?
It's Roy Skelton.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
It's one of those things where it's like, why are you, every time he shows up, I'm like, why are you on camera? You should be over there doing your lines into that ring modulator.
Yeah. It's like Terry Malloy in Attack of the Cybermen. Like, why aren't you there?
It's like, why? Well, yes, I'm obviously smarter than you, Joe.
We're all being patronizing, Jared.
It's a shame because Katie Manning is such a good actress. Like,
Yeah.
in some of the audios, she plays a character called Iris Wildtime, who is basically the Doctor, except, like, she famously rips off all the Doctor's, just all the Doctor's adventures, and it's hilarious. And, like, ends up as, like, she appears in an audio called The Wormery that takes place in a bar alongside Colin Baker as the Doctor, and, well, it gets amazing. It's like, running,
Filler.
Wait a minute, did he leave the door unlocked? And the phone's still ringing. Also,
Or it's ringing
okay.
again.
Yeah, well, no, the thing is, imagine, this is probably at least a day after the last time it started ringing.
Probably.
Because you know the Doctor...
I just
Bessie!
I just realized he's wearing a green suit, and it's the Green Death. Symbolism? I think it could be.
But he's also wearing this red overcoat, which means
The communist.
well, it's a yes, a communist. Sam, it's the return of the communists. Okay, so throughout the last 3 parts of Invasion of the Dinosaurs, I let slip that Malcolm Holt was a communist, and Sam would not let it go.
Yeah.
Obviously, the corporation is evil because they have comfy chairs.
Nobody likes comfy chairs except for everyone in the universe.
I actually, since the last time I streamed, I got a new wheel. It's the exact same kind of chair.
This guy is basically the personification of the 1970s. Look at that mustache.
Yeah, that's a nice mustache.
It looks like the old chair. Feels like the old chair. But it's not crap like the old chair.
I gotta reach the remote.
Yes, of course I'm fine, he said in a robotic voice.
Well, you know, it's not like corporations are evil or anything.
The corporation.
It's not like this. It's Beats by Dre.
I was just gonna make a joke. He is
Okay, is it funny that in my own headcanon, the Doctor steals those headphones and uses them in Planet of the Spiders? Because they reuse the prop, and it's like, wait, did he steal those from Global Chemicals?
Property, this is.
Sorry. Just with the unit. I was wondering if I had to do it online.
Yeah, well, you.
Oh, where is it?
See me, got it?
That's a really
Yeah, get it.
bad thing to ask. like, oh, I'm with this organization. Where do I get authority? Maybe from the organization.
Get it from your organization. The Brigadier will give you a pass. Like, I mean, he's done it before to people with less qualifications. I mean, he gave Jamie a pass once, and that's Jamie. Wait, Joe knows first aid.
Huh?
Well, why do I feel like Joe's first aid training is like her O-level science training? She took it, but that doesn't mean she passed.
Yeah.
You know, you think the mine would have some sort of a security camera.
It's the 70s.
So there could be security.
Did they film this at an actual mine? Besides all the green screen parts.
I think they filmed at least the exteriors at a mine. Sam, at the end of episode 2, you'll understand why this was called the Green Death.
Ah.
Is that Ken Dodd?
No, this isn't Delta and the Bannermen.
I know, but he looks like Ken Dodd. Thank God it's not Delta.
Also, if you notice, for like episodes 2, episode 5, and episode 2, episode 5, and episode 6. I noticed this when I first watched it. The end credits, like the background of the end credits, has been flipped upside down.
Huh.
And it's really annoying. You're like, no, it's not how this is supposed to go.
They're gonna be like,
So Sam, after seeing episode 1, what would you give it? What would you give it? What? I can't hear what you're saying.
I'd give it a 6 out of 10.
A 6?
Yes.
A 6. Okay, Colin, what would you give it?
I'm also going to say 6.
Yeah, I'll give it a 6 too.
Great Ninja
Alright,
Star.
who's ready to move on to episode 2? Adventures in the Mine, as I like to call it.
Ooh. Wait.
Do we finally get to see the things?
The things! Yeah, at the very end, I'm pretty sure. Alright, ready?
Yeah.
Colin, are you ready?
Yes.
Alright, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, sink! One thing I like about the credits is, like, the title card, like, always, can have, like, different colored backgrounds, and I always thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes it would be purple, sometimes it'd be red, sometimes it'd be yellow. So I kind of wish they would do more of, like, the stories with, like, individual episode titles like they did for Hartnell.
I don't know. I like just a single title for each story.
Yeah.
He does look like Welsh Ken Dodd.
He kind of does. Oh! They're obviously...
That is dreadful.
And it's only gonna get... See, this is why you don't need a green screen heavy script at the end of your season. You'll have run out of money.
Yeah. No, I thought he was going to say reverse the polarity. Gotta say it at least once in the story.
Except the fact that he only said it like in the Sea Devils, and that's it. And everyone remembers it for it.
He says it quite a lot, but it's pretty much the how he wins in the Sea Devils.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I've reversed the polarity, and now the thing's gonna blow up.
I recently got Arc of Infinity on DVD. That has
Arc of Infinity? Oh,
yeah.
that is a whole new level of bad.
I like Arc.
Oh, that's what she said. Sorry. I couldn't resist.
It's got a chicken. It's got a chicken. And Colin Baker. And Elspeth Gray.
I'm gonna do a top 10 worst classic story video fairly soon, hopefully. Spoiler alert, Arc of Infinity is on there.
Arc of Infinity's on there. I have to review Arc of Infinity because for my vlog, like I'm just slowly going through, like, because I'm mainly doing audio and novel reviews, but I'm like doing reviews of the poll, the first 50 years poll, like right after Day of the Doctor. Like I'm doing the top 25 stories and the bottom 25 stories. And what's surprising is, like, Rings of Akaten made it, like, pretty close to the bottom, which is like, really?
I like this.
Thinking,
Yeah, I really like the Rings of Akaten.
I don't understand.
I don't get why people... It's
Like,
not like the web...
Yeah, it's not like the Web Planet.
Well, it's not like the Web Planet where I can see why people hate it, even if I have a soft spot for it.
Yeah, it's like when people say that like the Rings of Akaten and the Crimson Horror are like some of the worst stories in the show's history. It's like, have you seen Delta and the Bannermen?
No, have you seen Love and Monsters? Have you seen Hellbent?
Oh, God, Hellbent.
Everyone's like, oh, Sleep No More is the worst episode ever. Really? Really? Is it?
I thought it was awful when I first watched it. I watched it again, and I actually like it a lot more now. I don't love it.
I mean, it's not good. It's not good. But I would like if it was a choice between that and say Love and Monsters, I'd go with that because
yeah.
I mean, Capaldi's great. Jenna Coleman's good. Reese Shearsmith's okay. The monsters are awful.
At least
Yeah, the ending is actually really clever, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of it's clever, but it just didn't move me. Speaking of Mark Gatiss, this story is apparently one of Mark Gatiss's favorite stories.
Really, it seems to be a favorite of a lot of people, and I don't really see why.
I see why. It involves the end of episode 2. And those things.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's a perfectly.
It's a good
serviceable-
story. The ending brings more emotions to my face than anything new who's ever done.
Yeah, I do like the ending. Nothing like the end of The Hand of Fear, which has me bawling every time I watch it.
And of course, there's I mean, you may not have seen it, but the end of
The end of what?
War Games.
The War Games? Yeah, I have not seen the War Games.
Hand of Fear by it's like, ugh, why BBC? And here we get, I think, our first glimpse of the boss. The boss. The boss.
As Tom Baker would say, you're just another machine with megalomania.
I don't understand.
Is that called Death?
Huh?
It's like, oh, he's turning green. And it's like, oh, someone's.
What?
Oh, we have this weird slime. This happens in Inferno too. It's like,
I must
well, no,
touch it.
And you start to turn green. It's like, no, it doesn't look. It's a random glowing green slime in the middle of in a disused mine next to a chemicals factory. One that people suspect have theft. You
Let's
don't touch the greens. Like, at least in Inferno, when Stallman touches it, he's like, oh, he's like crazy and insane. But it's like, this is like, what?
Well, when he touches it in Inferno, it's like he holds the beaker and it breaks, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he shouldn't be holding the beaker anyway, but still.
Yeah, but the guy, like, the first guy who touches it just flat out sees it and he's like, this would be fun to touch.
No, you don't touch random liquids. It's probably, like, at best, it's an acid. At worst, it'll turn you into a mutant werewolf creature.
So I've just realized this. On the cover of the special edition, the Doctor is holding one of those genetically
The
engineered
mushrooms?
I don't quite know why.
Well, it was 1973, and you know how drugs got very popular near the end of the 60s. There has to be a little bit of carryover. I have started studying for the AP US History exam. I'm gonna kill it. All my DBQs are going to be better than yours, Colin. I can say this now.
I get 9s on all my essays in AP Lang, so.
Oh yeah, you're
got a 9
AP
on that.
Lang. Congratulations. Yeah. I'm not taking AP Lang. I'm not doing AP English because A, one of the AP English teachers is taught by a teacher who I despise. B, a lot of colleges have told, like, at least the ones I'm looking at are like, you shouldn't really take it just because we'll teach you our own way. And usually it'll differ from the way you're taught in your AP English classes. So I'm not taking it. Besides, like next year I have a course load of like 5 AP classes.
Ugh, I don't know why you're doing that to yourself.
Because there's nowhere else to go, and at our high school, we have a 7-hour day. Only one of those hours is allowed to be a study hall, and you're not allowed to like leave campus at all.
Wow.
Like, if I actually wanted to, I have enough credits to graduate now.
I don't know how anyone can do that. I still need like at least 5.
Your freshman, sophomore year, you already have a study hall built into your schedule that you get credit for, and I've taken early morning band classes.
Oh, okay.
I just wish we didn't have to take PE, and like the reason I'm taking 5 AP classes is there's nowhere else for me to go but AP classes. It's like I'm stuck in between the. I either have to start a completely new subject that I'd rather not do, or just continue with the AP.
Yeah. See, I don't even think my school offers 5 AP classes because Arizona education.
Yeah, we're a private school, so we kind of have a little more perks.
Yeah. No, like, Arizona education is the absolute worst.
Sam.
Awful.
And Sam, what are you taking next year?
Nothing. Start as Dick. I'm taking multi.
Sam, your audio is very choppy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna switch over to my laptop. Would be better on that.
Yeah. Basically, it's like I'm taking AP Calc, AP Chem, AP Spanish, AP Psych and AP Gov. But AP Psych and Gov, like, they're only semesters long, so they really should only count as one.
See,
So it's gonna be...
the government teacher at my school was trying to get me to take AP Gov next year.
Oh,
I would also need an economics credit, which means a whole nother like class period, and I just don't have this
it
room.
was you who killed the other Sam.
Yeah. I already took care of my economics credit this year just because, like, it was either do an AP economic or just do the academic economics. I just did academic just to get it over with, and I hated it. Like, I slept through the entire class, and I got 100%. It's like... And the teacher hated me for that. Like, it's like, how do you do this? It's like, because I have... Because it was a very... How much money should you spend? Like, not all your money. You should save.
Yeah, I have, like... none of my economic or consumer ed classes. I'm doing all that next year.
Oh, you're doing that next year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm also... I got all my sciences done because I took a science freshman year.
Oh, by the way, you may be glad to know I made it into National Honor Society. I got the letter, like, earlier this week.
Oh, really?
You're so smart.
Yeah.
Semester.
Like, so that's gonna be interesting because our school, we already have to do 25 service hours every year.
It's
For a National Honor Society, I have to do an extra 27. That's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
we get it, Jacob. You're an overachiever.
I technically get...
Yes.
I only need like 10 or I think 15 hours for NHS, and...
Talking to somebody?
Yes.
Did you read the article? What? Read the article. No.
No, thank you.
Oops, Jacob's gone. Jacob's bailed.
I'm gone. Bye.
It's a...
Mainly because I kind of slipped.
The Doctor Who thing.
Give you a chance to check out the
Okay. Anyways.
I'm back.
Jacob slipped.
I slipped and fell just as your father was coming to me. It's like, yes.
Jacob's like, humans.
People.
I'm too smart for this. But I'm also taking architecture next year.
Architecture. That sounds like a fun class.
It
Wait,
is.
who teaches it?
Mr. May.
Ha! You won't learn anything then.
No, I do learn stuff, but Mr. May just doesn't... He doesn't kick anybody out. Everybody's so annoying. Because right now...
Yeah, Mr. Wedwick's like that too.
Yeah, I'm an engineering graphics...
Yay, Venusian Aikido! Yay, Venusian Aikido!
Literally everybody in the class is just like so immature, and they're like, "Hey dude, hey dude, dude, hey dude, penis," and they throw food.
What?
Welcome to my...
They throw food around the class. Somebody threw a screw at the monitor.
Yes. You see, this is why I'm in all honors classes, so I don't have to deal with that type of shit.
This isn't even. This is.
No, I'm in AP classes and I still have to deal with that.
Yeah, I don't, which is really nice because it's like, you people.
It would be worse if I was in public school, because I've been to public school and it's bad. It's bad.
Yeah, I've been into public schools too, Sam. I was bullied in public school for my eye.
Oh man, I was bullied too.
Yeah, but
I have both eyes. That's good, but like, I don't know why people bullied me. I guess I was just generally unlikable, and still I am.
Well, let's see. You're kind of short.
Don't listen to me.
You have one of those.
Don't.
You have one of those faces.
Bandana.
You like Revenge of the Cybermen.
Hey!
Yeah, I love how he's like, oh, what? You just broke into our complex. We'll give you exactly what you want. Oh, look, it's actually gone. I love how this entire subplot is pointless because the Brigadier just drives up the road and finds some cutting equipment randomly, which is...
There's a lot of kind of pointless subplots. This really should have been a 4-part story.
Oh, I just remembered another
Yeah.
class I'm taking. Frick, I forgot it again.
Yeah, what they could have done is they could have taken this story down to 4 parts, the mutants down to 2 parts, and created just another 6-part story to go in between this and Planet of the Daleks. Maybe giving John Pertwee a Cyberman story.
Except the mutants wasn't in this season, so...
Oh yeah, it wasn't.
Ooh, Jacob!
Cut down Planet of the Daleks into probably a 4-episode. You could easily do that.
Oh, yeah. Then there's, 3 Doctors, which is fine as it is. Carnival of Monsters, which is fine as it is. Frontier in Space.
Frontier in Space. I mean, I like Frontier in Space. It could be probably cut down a bit, but Planet of the Daleks needs to cut down more.
Yeah, Planet of the Daleks is really stretching it.
Considering, I hope we get Planet of the Daleks after we get the original Dalek story, so Sam can just see just how much of a rip-off it is.
Yeah.
That's why you don't hire back Terry Nation. He has one story idea, and that's it.
Hey, Jacob.
Well, he's done some
Yeah.
good ones.
Are you sure you don't want to come watch God's Not Dead with me?
I'm not gonna watch God's Not Dead. I don't... Ugh. Those types of movies infuriate me because it's always a straw man argument.
It is. It always is. You said Jesus is cool. We're taking you to court. Have you seen the trailer for God's Not Dead 2? Colin?
I have not, no.
Look
Basically, the premise is someone asks a question in a history class about, like, comparing something to Jesus, like good works to Jesus. I don't even know the full thing of it. And, like, the teacher
then, like,
answers it.
Sabrina the
And
Teenage
it's like, oh, you're fired, and now you have to go to court because apparently, in whoever made this movie's mind, they think that that's illegal, which...
the big evil atheist.
Which, from the premise alone, that's wrong because you can talk about Jesus in public education as long as the student is the one that approaches it, and in that situation, the student's the one that approached the subject. So, yeah, it's got me infuriated. It's like, no, my mother's working in education.
The same company that's making this is making a movie about Columbine. So, let's see how well that turns out.
And how do these movies get a theatrical release? That's what I want to know. It's like
Money! You gotta make money off the mindless masses.
like
And,
The guys behind Duck Dynasty are in it, too.
yes, Duck Dynasty, a show that's run by quote-unquote Christians who are also greedy. Like,
They gotta make the money,
Why?
Jacob.
let's touch it.
yes, let's touch the green slime.
Did they really not make the connection between green slime, miner with glowing skin? Maybe we shouldn't do that.
And it's not just regular glowing skin; it's glowing green skin.
Is he now?
They're Welsh. I mean, I thought Joe's the one that's like, yeah, you shouldn't touch it. It doesn't look safe. I've been around this whole thing a couple of times. It usually doesn't end well.
The idiots.
You don't know the mine. Don't go on your own.
Did someone say mine? You hear that? Did you hear that in the background? I'm gonna
Yes.
Anytime you say mine, I'm just gonna play that.
I have no idea what that miner just said.
Neither do I.
Mine?
He was like,
Could have said something in Welsh.
yeah.
What's this
Oh my god, how did that get there? I wonder how that happened.
It's not like that green slime had anything to do with it. I found that I've become a lot more cynical in the last few days alone.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, bye.
Actually,
I like the evil, cynical Jacob more than the pure, innocent Jacob.
oh, I said I'm cynical. I'm not dirty. There's a difference.
I don't know. Jacob, you're so innocent, though. You're like, what's a sex? What is one? What do I
Sam,
do? No, you're innocent, Jacob. You're the smart.
Sam, for my elementary school, I went to from third grade on, I went to a really conservative Catholic school.
From third grade on. You went to.
Yeah.
Doctor's got the right idea.
I was at a public school until Boylan. I know how this stuff goes. And public schools are terrible. There was a fight every day in my middle school.
It's like
Every day. So sad.
it's like, oh my gosh, it's glowing green. How did that happen?
The girl doesn't even say joke. Where's my idiot assistant?
Yes.
Which one am I on again? I don't know.
I feel like the doctor was really relieved when Joe left.
Ew, what is that? Ew, ew, ew.
Well, this is.
What? What are those?
Wait, are those
They're
actual...
maggots. I think they are.
Oh, okay, so they're not condoms yet.
Fly maggots. That's what they are.
Okay, that myth is they weren't made out of. I was gonna make the joke that they were made out of condoms. Colin.
I thought they actually were.
We're touching.
No, they were party balloons.
Ah, darn. I thought they actually.
I don't care what Katie Manning says. I'd love, because we're in the John Pertwee, I'd love for Terrence Dix, who is still around. I'd love for him just to write us. Look, the credits, they're upside down, and it annoys me.
Huh.
Yeah, but what was I saying? I'd love for Terrence Dix just to write an episode of the new series.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, okay, he wrote. Wait, which was his first story? He wrote The War Games,
Okay.
Robot.
Okay.
He helped with Brain of Morbius.
Oh, he did, didn't he? Wait. Didn't he, completely rewrite it in the...
Robert Holmes basically wrote the entire script. He wrote Fang Rock, which is really good.
Yeah.
He wrote State of Decay.
Which I really like.
Yeah, I like State of Decay too.
But did he write God's Not Dead too? I don't think so.
No, and he wrote the Five Doctors. He's got a good track record.
Yeah.
That's not
Why do I hear
really
myself
a joke.
echoing?
It came out on April Fool's Day today. Honestly. We should
What?
watch the trailer as a little bit of extra throw
No.
in.
Shall we do episode 3? Wait,
Yeah.
we forgot to rate it. Shoot.
Oh.
Sam, what would you rate episode 2?
Same as the last one. 6 out of 10.
6?
Yeah, it was alright.
Colin, what would you give episode 2?
I'm also gonna stick with a 6.
Okay, I'm gonna give it a 6.5 maggots
Wow,
out
you
of
think
10.
you're better than us? Are you some kind of elitist?
Six inflated condoms out of 10.
So we move on to episode 3.
Yeah.
Alright, 5,
4,
4,
3,
3, 2,
1.
1.
Sing.
Sing.
Oh, want to know what I found over the break, Jacob?
What did you find over the breaks?
I found my old YouTube channel from when I was like younger, from middle school.
You were like
early middle school.
middle school. Okay, I've got to ask, when you were younger, how much shorter were you than you are now?
Very. No, I've grown a
Very.
lot
How,
in the past year. Honestly.
you've grown, I mean, you're not the tallest.
No, but I'm.
Oh, don't worry, Sam. This episode has more maggots.
Ew. Oh! There they are.
I think the first time I watched this, I was eating something, and then I got to this part, and I just like kind of put my food down.
I don't
like
know.
that.
Maggots and other slippery stuff just make me hungry.
Oh, just wait till we get to Kinda and Snake Dance.
I've always wanted to try like maggots and worms or something, or slugs.
My
Did you
brother's
try
eaten
it?
like a bag of salted crickets before, and it was, how'd you do it,
No,
Cole?
I did not eat like crickets or something. I like the soft bugs. Or at least I think I'd like the soft bugs. Like I don't like the shell things or the exoskeletons. Those.
What I really want to see is, I want to see more stuff be found.
Mm.
So, if maggots were actually that size, would they hiss? Does that one just hiss?
I don't know. I don't know. Do maggots?
No,
I mean, okay, I don't know what sound maggots make.
I don't think they make a sound. Do maggots make a sound? I'm gonna look it up right now.
Or would they just start speaking Welsh?
I think they just start speaking Welsh. What would be funny is if someone decided just to dub over the maggots with like just random Welsh insult. Like they're secretly really perverted.
I don't think maggots hit.
Yeah, I'm so concerned. You can tell.
I'm just now realizing that Jo has only had one scene with this guy.
Yeah, she's only had one scene. I mean, it's better than, you know, some other things we get later down the series line.
Leela.
And things. Yes. Thank goodness the audio's rectified it that guy died. Like, and Leela became assistant to Romana.
I did not know that.
Yeah, like in the audios, she becomes Romana's like assistant and secretary and / bodyguard, and it's amazing. And this is Lala Ward Romana.
So, not good Romana.
I like Lala Ward Romana.
I like Mary Tam a lot more.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, we haven't done a Romana story yet.
Oh, that
we
green
haven't
screen.
Romana? I love Romana.
No, we haven't. And knowing our luck, our first Romana story, because our first Leela story was Underworld, our first Romana story is gonna be Horns of Nyman.
Horns of Naimon. Actually, the Horns of Naimon is a really good story for Romana.
Yeah, it's great for Romana. In every other regard. Well, except, just to get drunk to and have a laugh with.
And Grandma Garden as well.
We can't get drunk, Jacob. We're under the age. Or at least me and Jacob.
Spoiler alert, Horns of Naimon is also on that list.
Yeah, like, I have a list of stories that, like, when I turn 21, it's gonna be, I want to have drinking parties for Horns of Naiman, Underworld.
Jacob, you're planning your own demise.
I know. I'm probably gonna get alcohol poisoning from this.
You're probably gonna die, Jacob.
I've decided that when I turn 21, the first drink I ever have will be an Asphalt Cocktail, because one of my favorite pieces of music is Asphalt Cocktail by John Mackey.
Well, I'd love to do it if there was an alcoholic equivalent to the Pan-Galactic Gargle Blaster from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Sam, the Pan-Galactic.
What is that? Tell me.
Sam, drinking it is like getting your head bashed in with a large brick wrapped in a slice of lemon.
Oh, I can imagine. Oh, man, I can imagine that.
I want to know what that feels like.
I can imagine how that feels like.
I think my favorite, just, reference made in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, where he just continually references it, is the triple-breasted whore of Eroticon 6.
Oh, yeah. It's just Hitchhikers is just fun to do. I was able to find the entire radio series, and I'm eventually going to listen to that after I get a Big Finish that I bought in the last week. It's a mountain.
Oh.
Mustache meets mustache.
Or I'm just evil.
Or a
The
mustache.
mustaches in this story are just off the wall. They're everywhere. Oh, half the cast has a 70s porn stash.
You just want to stay away from him, hide your kids.
Well, considering this is a story where John Pertwee dresses in drag.
Oh, right, I forgot about that.
I didn't know about that.
I'm not.
Oh my... Are you sure those are eggs? They don't look like eggs.
Can I offer you a nice egg in this trying time?
She's like, I think I'm beginning to understand. It's like all you've seen is maggots and eggs. There's not much to understand.
How do you know what's...
maggot eggs? It's not that hard.
Okay, it's not like in the Twin Dilemma where Colin Baker pulls the entire scenario out of his butt, where it's he said something about children. He's a space cop looking for missing children who were teleported to this planet because of mathematical skills, and it's like, how'd you get that from children in Space Cop?
Have you seen the utter travesty that is Batman v Superman?
I haven't seen it yet.
I have, and I was like, okay, can I just say I had my expectations lowered, and up until the last 45 minutes or so, I was actually enjoying it. It's bad, but it's not the worst thing I've seen. It's 4 out of 10. Then the ending came, and
the moment Superman says the word Martha is when it falls apart.
Yeah, that's where it falls apart. I'm like, oh gosh. And I was like, okay, I can live with it.
Hey guys,
I feel like Zack Snyder was...
Doctor Who's great.
Yeah, we should get... Sorry, Sam.
We should just have another stream where we talk about random stuff. Because that's how these live streams...
I'd love to... I've got a stream, just where we go through each episode, just down the line, and just
And Jacob?
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's the minister.
Who has a mustache?
Oh no, they all have.
Everybody has some mustache.
Seriously, I think 80% of the characters in this story have a mustache.
I'm surprised they didn't give a mustache to Oh gosh.
Anyone who
Gosh,
doesn't have a mustache.
everybody's got a...
The maggots should have mustaches. Come on, get with the program. Let's go.
May I remind
Hey,
you?
and there's that scene where John Pertwee has a mustache for some reason.
Huh?
If you have a mustache equals symbol of power.
The porn stash of power. Yeah, we should just have a live stream where we talk about a bunch of random and nerdy stuff. I could get Michael.
Oh dear, Prime Minister.
Michael's actually seen Batman vs Superman. I can see if I can get him on. We can do another one of these.
I actually kind of like the music for this story.
Not bad.
Yeah, it's very subtle, not in your
Yeah.
face.
Yeah, the new series could learn a thing or two from that.
Oh.
I love the soundtrack from the new series. You could learn a thing or two from
I do.
that. Is the guy who
I do.
does.
It just gets so in your face sometimes.
Yeah, but it's usually really good. It's like there are a lot of scores in the classic series that are actually painful to listen to. Oops.
Yeah.
Evil.
Yeah, where else?
It's like, oh, global chemicals. This episode has an agenda against corporations.
Because they're evil, Jacob. I don't think you understand. The corporations are evil. They pollute. It's evil, Jacob.
Still, the satire isn't nearly as obvious as the Happiness Patrol.
Oh God, yeah. Like she's totally not Margaret Thatcher, guys.
Even though she looks exactly like Margaret Thatcher. I love how this guy's like, dude, you're gonna kill people!
You know what? I think I've developed a theory about this story.
Go ahead.
Everything that's going on, like the slime, the headphones thing, all of that just makes you grow a mustache.
Oh.
Wait, but Elgin has a mustache, and he's supposed to be one of the good guys. And that guy's supposed to be evil, and he doesn't have a mustache.
Huh.
Something's wrong here.
He shaved it.
Brigadier also has a mustache, though.
Yeah, but his mustache is and the British way.
Did he just say murder unauthorized? I feel
I don't know.
Should murder ever be authorized?
Well, you see, there's this thing called the CIA, right? And if we don't like the commies, we send
Kill
them
the
in,
commies.
and they
Kill the
start up
commies.
revolution.
Kill the commies! Kill the commies! Kill the commies! That's
Bible, you should be taking notes, Colin. This will be on the AP US history test.
Is he smoking a joint or something? Because he has the mustache for it. That's the definition of a porn stash.
it is.
Yeah. I love how in the 70s you could get away with having alcohol in the workplace.
Mm.
Yeah.
I don't know. Why didn't he just go ahead and poison the Brigadier's drink? And be like, oh, he choked.
Oh my God. Closed door.
How? We've already confirmed that people on Classic Who do not have peripheral vision. It's like,
Yeah.
he's walking away. I don't.
They have to actively have him say what his position on this entire thing is.
Funny thing is, this guy, and what's weird is, like, in part 4, he just, at the end of it, he just disappears for parts 5 and 6. Because the actor got sick.
Oh,
Yeah.
I took the drugs. Now go kill yourself.
Does he think he's in a porn version of Doctor Who?
This is weird.
Wait, so the isn't the Brigadier, like, right there?
Yeah, he's literally watching. Oh wait, is he?
No, that's not the Brigadier. That's not the Brigadier. I thought, like,
At first,
is the Brigadier, has the Brigadier left yet? I'm like, dude.
yeah, it was just like
Just this guy
is
is...
literally watching this happen.
What the heck? What? I'm sorry, what?
And someone's decided... I don't, you know, if they're trying to show that he's being hypnotized, you know, a spiral would work.
Oh, yeah.
It would, like...
I don't know.
why is Stevens carrying the headphones? They're already on his head.
Oh, God. There we go.
You know, classic Doctor Who directors seem to have a field day with hypnotism.
Yeah, they do, especially in the John Pertwee era.
Occasionally in the Tom Baker era.
Yeah, but not nearly as much. Only when the Master shows up.
Oh God. Will obey me.
Oh, yeah, Big Finish is doing a story called The Two Masters, and I want to get it.
That sounds
I'm afraid.
enjoyable.
Let me guess what it's about.
Well, okay, it's being written by John Dorney, I think, who is a really good writer. Like, he's on a lot of Big Finish stuff, and he's never, like, pretty good. And at his best, he's, like, classic. So I have high hopes. I think it's being written by John Dorney. And it's got Sylvester McCoy in it as the Doctor.
Woo!
Which is... Oh, yeah.
I probably shouldn't have laughed at that.
Dude, I was joking. You didn't...
He dead.
I was joking yourself. Clean up on aisle 4.
I shouldn't have laughed at that, but just the way he did it was
Death is
so
pretty.
cute.
Suicide is hilarious.
You know what would make this story infinitely amazing?
What?
If Sir Ian McKellen redubs the voice of the boss.
Who does the voice of the boss?
I don't know, but it would sound a lot better with Ian McKellen doing it.
Or, what's his face? The guy that plays Sutek, Gabriel Wolf.
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
He does it?
And, no, but if he redubbed it,
Oh, okay.
that'd be cool. Also, Stephen Thorne, the guy that did Omega and the male version of Eldrad. What? I ate a plant, but I'm British. I'm supposed to like everything meat.
He looked horrible. He looked like Ron Swanson right there. Judging by
Hey, at
the
least Joe and this professor guy are getting a second whole scene together.
See, they don't have a lot of stuff, like, they don't have a lot of scenes together, but they do certainly have chemistry. What is
Yeah, it's
going
not
on
like-
with those feet?
It's
She's
not
also-
Leather Story. Invade.
She's also stoned right now.
Find the flute. I don't think the flute is full of air.
This is where scientists go to get high, don't you know?
Well, they're hippies, Sam.
Hippie scientists.
Can't you tell one of them's playing the flute? One of them is upside down.
One of them is doing a sculpture of modern art.
Oh my
And then the other one is evidently really high.
That reminded me of oh my god, my old YouTube videos were terrible. I gotta link you, Jacob, because there's one I had.
Smoke just floating past the screen.
And the Brigadier, I don't think... The Brigadior's eyes are just like... Why do I feel like part of this scene wasn't scripted and it's like they just got the actors slightly drunk?
Or high.
Or both.
Yeah, I sent a link in the chat, Jacob, so you can watch. YouTube Colin, you can watch my old videos because they're really cringy. You'll see what I did before.
Well, time to get high then.
You know, you'd think that like the corporation would try to get rid of the evidence other than just shoving it down the mine.
Yeah. Well, that is their idea of getting rid of it.
Big Rat Corporation man is getting high.
Diag. Oh, hell, Diag.
That's what she said.
Stay. Help him.
Now, is she really crying, or is she just trying to get Professor Jones' sympathy?
Yeah, no, definitely. Definitely sympathy. She just said she didn't know why she was crying. That's an idiot.
She wants some of that hippie D.
It's in the entire universe. There's only the one. Oh!
You get it? The doctor's a huge cockblock.
You stole my joke.
Well, there are the theories that the Doctor and Joe are romantically involved, which I don't like because I don't care what Russell T Davies says. The Doctor is an asexual character. He cannot. He reproduces through the looms, which is basically cloning, and Long Barrow is canon. What would be funny is after saying that, and when I'll probably end up hating it. Symbolism.
What does it mean? God knows.
Well, he's kind of being like, I've got the stone.
Although we did see that again in Series 7.
Yeah, but didn't he? It was weird because at the end of Planet of the Spiders, like near the end, he returns it.
Huh. Probably went back to get it at some point.
That's what helps cause his regeneration.
Oh man!
He
There's another little
returns it
Bursting
and
out of the bag.
learns to be less arrogant.
Look
Did
at
they
it go!
put something
Look at it go!
inside that, or how does this work?
I think it's green screen then.
Well,
Well, Evan-
actually it's. I think this is where all the green screen budget went for the story into the maggots, because they look better than some of the mine shots.
Way better.
Ah!
Somebody gonna die tonight.
Bug camera. So that was part 3. Sam, what did you think of it?
Wow. Wait.
What? Okay, Sam, I have no idea what you're saying.
Yeah.
What?
Hold up the amount of fingers that you give it.
Even that's not working.
5? Is that-
6. Okay.
6. Okay, I'm like, I don't know. Okay, Colin, what would you give it?
This one was slightly more engaging. I'll go 7.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 7 too, just because this is where the story. And that is all the time we have for tonight. Join us in about 2 weeks when we will finish the story, and hopefully we won't have too much of a break because I don't want to do another.